Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas. I just don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down.
I know how you feel about all this Christmas business, getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I've been in kind of the holiday mood, so I thought I would do a little bit of like a holiday type cozy little reading vlog because I just started this book today called These Silent Woods, and I got this a little while ago. Last time I went book shopping, it was kind of just a random pick, so I thought that I would pick it up. It was like a really good sale and I just started it. So far this book takes place in like a really rural area. It follows this dad, Cooper, and his daughter Finch. Sorry, I'm really out of breath because I am so pregnant. They live in this cabin in the woods and basically have lived there for Finch's entire life. She's about 8 years old, I think almost 9. Her mom, it seems, passed away when she was just a few months old, and we still don't know like what the reason is that they're living out in this random cabin in the woods. So it's pretty early on, and the only other characters are his friend who brings them supplies once a year, and he's like the only person who knows they're out there, and then also his like neighbor, this guy named Scotland, who I feel like we're kind of led to believe is like a little bit sketchy so far, but I'm not so sure. Cooper just has like a feeling about him, kind of a negative feeling, even though he seems like a nice enough guy. But yeah, so that's all we really know so far. The first little thing that's happening now, kind of conflict, is that their friend who brings them supplies for the winter months didn't show up this year, so they're not sure of what to do, if he's okay, if they're gonna have to go get supplies themselves. And there's also just an emotional connection because for this little girl Finch, this is really the only other person she like ever sees with kind of regularity, who she feels comfort from. So it's kind of like a big blow for her, and yeah, just interested to see. I think this is gonna spur that they're gonna have to leave, and maybe we're gonna find out that the guy who brings them supplies like knew something, and I don't know. We don't know what happened to him. He definitely had an ongoing ailment, and their agreement was basically that he always comes on December 14th. And if he doesn't come on December 14th, it's because he literally couldn't come. Like something happened to him. He just absolutely couldn't come. So that's where we're at right now. Already pretty intense. I can already tell that I'm gonna wanna read. So far it's reading really like quickly and easily. So I can already tell I'm gonna wanna read a bunch more. But I don't know, I just thought I would do kind of like a cozy little reading vlog, holiday style kind of. But I will update you when I'm a little bit further and have read a little bit more. So far this is just very, I don't even know yet really how good it is, but it's just very like engrossing, and I definitely want to keep reading it, so probably another update soon. Cozy Christmassy moment with some hot chocolate, and my mind is absolute mashed potatoes right now. But anyway, so since the last update, I'm probably about halfway through the book right now. It's been a slow book to unfold, so they're actually still in the cabin in the woods. They're still living off the grid. This update is all over the place. Their friend who comes like every year on the same day doesn't show up this year, and basically their agreement is that if he doesn't show up, it's because he can't. And so they have to make a run to the local Walmart to get all of their like winter supplies, their like yearly run of winter supplies, which is very sketchy and very like nerve-wracking for them because Cooper and Finch are kind of like in hiding from something. And it's revealed a little bit later that they're in hiding because Finch's mom actually passed away, and Cooper like was going to lose custody of her over like his PTSD with all of his time fighting in Afghanistan. And it seems that Finch's mom, Cindy, that's her name, Cindy. Anyway, Cindy's parents are very wealthy and very influential and are both judges, so they were going to be getting custody of Finch. We don't know the extent of what he did, but basically he just lets us know that he did what he had to do to get Finch back and to essentially run away and live off grid with her. So that's why they're living the way they're living. I think it'll come out later that there's obviously a lot more behind that, but what we know right now is that he has certainly, technically, I mean it's his own daughter, but technically kidnapped her and run away, and they live in the woods. So what just happened in the story is that a young woman like wandered onto their property and seems to have been right at the property line taking pictures with a camera, and they found a lens cap and then they saw her there. So there's that. There's still all of the weird stuff with their neighbor Scotland, who I feel like is gonna end up being like good. I feel like he's gonna end up being an ally just because I think Cooper's a little bit paranoid, and I think there's been all this time where Scotland has known who they are, who they really are, and has not said anything. So I kind of feel like he's on their side, I guess, if you will. But this new young woman who wandered onto the property, I mean, definitely sus and not great that she has a camera. And now they're getting ready to hunker down for winter, so they're hoping that that close call is just gone and done with. I think obviously it's probably not going to be, but the point that we're at in the story right now is that we're just having a flashback to Afghanistan, finding the backstory with his friend who brings them supplies. It was actually someone who was in the war with him. I feel like I'm at a really, really difficult point that I had to stop at because the doctor came in for our appointment, and I'm like, really? You could have just given me 5 more minutes. You can't be that busy. I'm just kidding. She's probably very busy. But it was such a difficult point to stop at. She was like, oh, are you reading? And I was just like, yeah. I think I will probably finish the book tonight if I have time. And it's not that long of a book. It's a really fast read. So have the tree right here, even have some presents already. So I'll update once I'm a little bit further in. This is just a little bit because it's like the dad and the daughter kind of in the woods, that dynamic. It gives me a little bit of the vibes of the beginning of Firestarter when he's with his daughter in the cabin, like in their family cabin, kind of hiding out. It's a very similar kind of vibe because the girl's a similar age, and just so I like that. I actually like it so far. The setting is really a big part of mystery thriller books and like how they can be for me. So I feel like that is really, it's a great setting, and that's always a really good start to a story like this. So I'm excited to keep reading more, and I'll let you know once more has happened. Hang up these stockings too. We gotta hang up our stockings. I have to show the progress on the tree because there's so many more things underneath it, which makes me kind of happy. I've got kind of like a festive sweater on. Also, I finished this book, so I want to give a little bit of an update on what happened. I guess I'm not gonna give away the ending, but I do want to say that I called it with Scotland. I knew he wasn't bad. I just knew he was not evil, and I called it with Scotland. All in all, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. Peep the Vikings blanket in the background. I'm not like a big football watcher, but that's our team, I guess. But yeah, so this was just a lot better than I thought it would be. I felt like the ending was decently satisfying. I don't know what I would exactly give it, maybe 3.5 to 4 out of 5. It kind of felt a little bit slow at times, and it was good, but not great. So it's just not my favorite book ever. I'll probably never reread it, but I really liked the vibe, the ambiance, the setting. I thought it was a decent little kind of mystery moment, but I'm also going to be tucking into another nonfiction book actually soon that's about Arctic lakes, so that's gonna be kind of fun. Maybe I'll try and document it a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, but right now I think I'm gonna end this reading vlog. I mean, how festive is this? How cute is this? It's like recyclable wrapping paper. So yeah, we have like this really cute recyclable wrapping paper. It's kind of a pain in the butt to find like actual recyclable wrapping paper because most wrapping paper cannot be recycled, but it's kind of worth it to me at least. Anyway, maybe I'll link it down below. If any of you are interested in knowing where to get recyclable wrapping paper, let me know and I'll link it down below. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this little holiday reading vlog. Let me know below if you have read this book or if you're reading any anything interesting this holiday season. I would love to know what other people are reading. Let me know if you like reading vlogs. I feel like most people don't, but I do, so I will keep making them. Happy holidays!